Hey, what's going on everybody? Hope you're having a good day as always. My name is Michael and thank you for joining me. So today I want to answer a viewer question that I received a couple days ago from a man named Jay, who pretty much wants to know, how do you know when you have too many accounts for different financial services? How do you streamline those? And me as a pseudo minimalist, how do I handle all of these things? And so that's what I want to tackle today. Now, I want to start off by saying this, right? There is no one right answer, right? You may find that, if company A, let's say, does credit cards perfectly and you want to use them, great. And if you think that company B does personal loans, great. Then you use them for that service and maybe use a different bank account for whatever and a different mortgage lender for your mortgage loan, right? If you want to spread all of your services across different accounts, that's totally fine. It's all about finding what works best for you. Now, having said that, I try to keep everything I possibly can with one financial institution, and that's not because I think they're better than everyone else, but I just honestly try my hardest to keep things simple, right? So let's start off with a few things. As far as my actual bank account, right, my savings and my checking and my money market, all of that stuff, I really only use one lender, and that is a credit union that I've worked with for 8 years, and I've now banked with them for probably 10 years. Okay, I use them for pretty much everything. They cover everything that I need. It's not to say that they probably have the absolute best rates I can get out there for, let's say, a money market or savings or a CD. But it's not really anything I need right now. Therefore, there's no real incentive for me to move. Not only that, but this is a great lender for pretty much every other service I could ever need, right? They handle almost everything I could possibly need in the future, so I don't have a real incentive to take my business elsewhere. So I really, when it comes to savings and checking accounts, only use one. And I think most people probably only need one main account, right? If you've got a business account, that may be a little bit different, right? If one institution offers you much better business services, it may be worth juggling a personal account and a business account, even if they are with two separate institutions. But for the majority of people, even if you need to create like sub-shares on your account, one lender should be fine. Find one person that actually takes care of what you need and stick with them. Kind of continuing on to the next area, let's talk about credit cards, because this is also another thing that I think people probably have too many cards, in my opinion, right? For me, again, I only use two. It's pretty simple. I have my old cashback card that was the credit union's, but I also use my Capital One Venture card for pretty much every purchase. I used the cashback card for a very long time because it was absolutely no fee. I worked at the credit union, and at the time, cashback was totally fine. Now that I'm actually traveling a whole lot more, the Capital One Venture card is just a better card for me right now. But really, again, that only means that I use two cards. In fact, I don't even use two cards. I have one that I never touch, and then I use my Capital One card. So if you've got like a department store card and a grocery store card and this promo card, to me it just seems like you've got too much going on, right? There's potential fraud on all of those cards now. You have separate due dates for all of them. If you're trying to juggle rewards points for different products, to me, it seems too much, and I would really only advise one card or two cards at the most, right? Whatever it is that you're going for, cashback, travel, no fee, low interest rate, right? Find one card that does what you need it to do and just stick with them. Next, let's go ahead and talk about investment accounts, because if anything, this is what I probably have too many of, and it's not that I actively use all of them, it's just that I use different services at different stages in life, and now I've got three, but I really only use two. So the old one is an old Scottrade account. In fact, it's not even a Scottrade account, it's now a TD Ameritrade account because they were bought out. But when I first started investing, I was trying to make individual stock selections, and they had a fairly low fee trade to do something, and so I used Scottrade. I still have a few positions there that I'm probably holding on long term, but if I were to close any account, that's the one I would close out. I'm not an individual stock selector anymore. That's just not what I personally want to do. So again, I have it, I probably don't need it. Now for the other two that I do use, you guys probably already know that I use Wealthfront for the majority of my investing. It is algorithm based, it's a robo-advisor. There's other services like it, like Betterment or Wealthsimple, right? There's plenty of other services that do what Wealthfront does. I just happen to like their structure the most. I've had a good experience with them, and going forward, pretty much all of my investments go directly to Wealthfront, and I don't plan on changing that at all. Now, I did say that I have 3 accounts, and I do. The last final investment account I have actually has a majority of my funds in there, and that is my old work 401k program. Right? I'd worked at the credit union for, like I said, like 8.5 years, and so I contributed whatever amount, I can't remember exactly what it was, but whatever amount I needed to max out as far as getting an employer matching dollar amount. And guys, I know I've said this before in a separate video, but it's not something I talk about on the channel very often. But guys, if you do have an employer 401k program that will match your contributions up to a certain amount, maybe it's like 5 or 6%, please do yourself a favor and take advantage of it. Okay, even if you plan on like only staying there for, let's say, like 4 years, 5 years, if you can get 80 or close to 100% invested balance and you can get that free money, it is absolutely worthwhile for you to do. So again, if it's a 401k program, but you don't want to use it as your main investing platform, I'd still say it's worth it. Take advantage of it. It's free money. You will absolutely thank yourself later. So all in all, as far as investment accounts are concerned, I really only use one actively and an old one that I might switch over at a later date in the future. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is like third-party financial services, right? And to me, these are things like Mint or QuickBooks, or pretty much a whole host of other apps that people use to keep an eye on, let's say, their credit card and their bank account and their investments and whatever there is, right? Whether it's loans or credit cards, again, there's certain services out there where people can kind of give all of their individual login information to create one snapshot of their entire financial overall well-being. And it's not like I think this is a bad thing. It's just I would never use this because I think that it is needlessly complicated, right? I personally would rather have one financial institution handle like a majority of my needs and not give pretty much individual access to one third-party company. Now, this is where maybe some of you guys disagree with me. Maybe you absolutely don't want to do this. Maybe if you can take advantage of the best service from different companies, you want to do that. But I think it's needlessly complicated. I'm curious to know what you guys think if you do use any third-party software like this, but it's just not for me, right? And this kind of, to me, goes back to find one financial institution that really does cover the majority of what you need. Like I said earlier, I have no real intention of leaving my credit union, right? If I ever really did need to get a car loan, or if I needed to refinance my house or even buy a new house, more than likely I'm going directly to my credit union. They're going to handle almost everything I need, right? Most of financial institutions do investing, they do insurance, they do loans and bank accounts, obviously, but if you can find just one place that treats you right and also maybe has the benefits of great rates and great member service, stick with them, right? I do think it is a good life mantra to keep things simple. Now, that's pretty much what I do for myself as far as financial services go. I'd love to know what you guys do the same or differently. Also, Jay, thank you very much again for your question. I hope that kind of helped answer it. I don't know if I'm necessarily a minimalist when it comes to financial services, but I definitely try to be. Also, guys, if you've got any other questions, please don't hesitate to email me at commonsensemike@gmail.com. I'd love to do a video answer if I can. But again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Also, if you feel like supporting the channel directly, please go ahead and use my Amazon link down below. It allows you to buy something or whatever it is you're buying on Amazon and pay me a commission without charging you anything extra. I really do appreciate everyone who has been doing that, so thank you very much, guys. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, I know I just said this stuff, but let me say it again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all the support that you guys give me. And to support you, here's 2 more videos that I've made in the past in case you haven't seen them. Don't forget to share these with your friends and family so we can help all the people achieve their financial goals. Likewise, if there's anything that you would want to see made that you haven't seen thus far, definitely don't hesitate to let me know. But thanks again, take care, and have a good day.